Welcome to SIssues. We are two sisters with issues and a need to work them out, and we're inviting you along for the ride.
Here we are taking the big things we have in common. Our love for Outlander, inappropriate humor, and why people do the things they do. Mix this up with our dirty lady mo's, and this podcast is born.
But don't worry, we'll explore other issues too.
Because you know,
when you have sisters, you have issues.
If you are easily offended or don't appreciate the creative use of colorful Canadian cursive language, this is not the podcast for you.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Welcome to SIssues. Well, hey, at least it wasn't Mrs. Doubtfire.
True story, bruh.
Yeah. Well, we're back at the Outlander rewatch during Droughtlander season 2, and now we're on episode 10. We're almost done this season. I can't believe it. We're at Prestonpans, so make sure you get your video ready to go.
Or if you're looking at it, pressed on pans.
Pressed on pans. Yeah, I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense.
Or you can just take the T and put it second letter to the end, and it's press on pants.
Press on pants. There we go. We are on the press on pants episode.
And it reminds me of, the dolls that we used to, little paper dolls that we used to have when we were kids.
You used to have to wrap the tabs around the cardboard doll to make sure that her pants wouldn't fall off.
Why are we talking like pressed on pants, tabs on ant? You're talking like Taryn.
Yeah.
My adopted daughter, Taryn. She says snacks, and she says pants, and she says...
That's like being back home.
It's just those words, though. Everything else is enunciated properly. It says snacks and pants.
But you know what? I remember talking like that as a kid when we lived in the Maritimes. Every once in a while, that certain song. Yeah.
Oh, as soon as I was talking like a Maritimer, I was talking like a Maritimer.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Just the way it goes.
And I love it. You get home and it's like, oh, they talk so fancy. I want to talk like that too.
Fancy? That's what you call it? Oh my God. No, it's not fancy. No, it's not fancy. If I'm on if I talk like 2 seconds to the mother-in-law or to anybody from down home at all, I pick that up within seconds.
I love it. It's like being back home.
Oh,
love it.
Yep, down home in a matter of moments. And then it takes me a while to shake it off after I get back, so I'm here in Alberta and I'm talking like a Maritimer.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes no time at all.
No, okay. I don't think it does for most people. So, alrighty guys. So skip your recap, go directly to your song, and we are ready to go.
And I'm going to count you down.
Oh, that was office. I felt like I was in church, and it's like, yay, amen, sister. Yeah, hallelujah.
Don't do that. You've never. When have you ever been to a church?
I have. I've been to a Protestant church, and it was amazing. Like everybody was on their feet singing and clapping, and I'm like, I am loving this. I could come here like every week.
That's a Protestant church?
It was like, church? No, Baptist, sorry. It was Baptist, sorry. Yeah, it was Baptist church. And I tell you, that was the first time ever I'd gone to church and said, dang, I could come back here. It was awesome.
You're crazy. Okay, I'm going to, as soon as I say one, you are going to press play. Not like I just said it that time, but the next time I say it. Okay, so... Oh, damn it. I just accidentally pressed it. So you're going to have to wait a second so I go back.
So one thing you guys have to understand is we do this live. We don't practice run it. It's like, let's sit down. Let's have some chitter chatter as a sister. Okay, are you ready to do it? Yeah, let's do it. We just think that it turns out way better the less we actually think about it.
And today we were wrong. So
No, this is just a natural goof up when you're trying to do something, right?
Oh, I'm going to count down again. So shush
okay,
it.
all right, whatever.
Shush. Shush. Shh. Shh.
Okay, go.
3, 2, 1. Okay, there. Did it.
Woohoo! Well done. You made it to 1.
God,
Bravo.
how long have we been like doing this now?
I don't know. We're sorry, guys. Normally we get the episode going a little bit faster than that, but yeah.
I'm not sorry. She was just being Canadian about it.
Sorry. Okay,
that was a Canadian story.
I know.
Yes,
damn it. Stop it.
Sorry.
Oh,
not sorry. And by the way, like, you know how Southerners say, oh, bless his heart or bless your heart when they mean you're an idiot.
Yeah.
When Canadians say, oh, sorry, that means they're not sorry.
It's sarcasm.
It's totally sarcasm. And that's when it comes with the oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Just with the oh. When they say
but that was
sorry.
Like when Claire slapped Leary across the face. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Oh, she's a Canadian.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. All righty, here we go. The stones. I want to go to the stones. I want to find the stones.
You will. And
bagpipes
poppers. Popper. And the drums. These are the British drums. They're not the same as a war drum.
No, they're not.
No, they're a little bit more pompous. Oh, look, yum.
Kevin had a hard time watching this, and I'm like, okay, his face doesn't look real, but all that looks like pork.
Okay,
barbecue pork.
I'm not going to your house for dinner again.
No fresh bodies, sister. I'm good.
The face does look real because it's bloated and
I know.
Been laying there for a while.
No, but it doesn't make me feel guilty.
Oh, okay. Why was the last time you saw a dead body that you were like, oh, I feel really guilty about that?
I told you I have no fresh bodies in the freezer.
Oh, that last dead body I saw. I was so guilty about that. Oh my God.
And I can't believe he's complaining about the fact that she's taking too long taking a piss. But at least she had the smarts about her to take the weapon.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, oh man. Yeah.
And
she's looking at him like, damn, you're dead. She looked like we could have used you.
Right?
She was looking at him with disdain.
Okay, but she took his sword, but why didn't she like try looking in his sporran? Like that shit's just gonna sit there.
Well, let's just say that she didn't want to.
Well, that's just wrong. But anyway, what's he gonna do with it now?
Here's all these people fighting over what to do, and we see Andrew McDonald again.
Yeah, you know what? And we
saw him when he was fighting. Jamie was fighting his kids.
Yeah, and you see
Sandringham.
This is typical even today, right? Just a group of know-it-alls trying to determine what's best for everybody else.
Yep, exactly. And then old Mr. Doopy-Doopy-Doo.
Yeah, fancy pants.
Eating his pear.
While everybody else is starving. See, that's why Claire should have grabbed what it was ever in that sporran to help feed the rest of everybody. But no, let's just grab the knife.
From the looks of how long he was laying there rotting,
probably didn't have one left.
Whatever was in his sporran was like pretty gnarly or gone.
Yeah. You know, here's the only guy that has the best interests of the people in hand, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And see, I mean, they played it right by having, you know, the beanie Prince Charlie there.
Yeah.
You know, eating away on his fruit and drinking away on his ale while, you know, the troops are, you know, Mock me. Lean, your little poo-poo head. There.
Oh, fancy
I mocked
pants.
him.
And it's funny how he has a tartan now.
Yeah.
The Stewarts do, of course.
Yeah.
The Stewarts do have a tartan.
Yeah.
I always liked the Stewart tartan, but yeah, just because it had red in it. It would be really, it would be cool if, someone truly knew what the tartans were back then. Of course, they were abolished and, for years they lost, what family actually had a tartan. So, it's a good guesstimate, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well,
and from old pictures, pictures were black and white and
yeah.
But
and most of them were made from, the plants and the berries and stuff like that for the colors of their
dyed, yeah,
of their areas, right? They didn't have like the fancy tartans that they developed into.
Right. Well, and if you look up tartans now, like for us, we traced ourselves back to Mackenzie. That's where we settled. But if you look at Mackenzie tartan, there's a formal tartan, there's a weathered tartan. You know what I mean? There's all different types. So
yeah, these old farts just barking at each other.
I know, and that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be right, and it's whoever barks the loudest.
Yeah. See, and that's the problem with not only that time, but even now. It's like people don't give a shit about making things right. They just want to be right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, just get over your damn selves.
And even the prince, back in the room, you could tell he was undecided, right? He doesn't know what
he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing anyway.
No, exactly. On occasion, Scottish people? Nah. Nah.
Yeah, I think it's just a part of, it's a good part of our blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Determined. Let's use that.
Well, our family in the year 1100, we were Viking and we came over to Scotland and we settled for hundreds of years and our family is still there. We actually only had 2 people from our family that actually came over and settled in New Brunswick. So the most of our family ancestry is still there.
We'd like to meet some of them peoples.
Someday. I wonder if social media is as active in Scotland as it is on the Western Hemisphere.
Oh, yeah.
Because it seems like nobody in, our family lineage is on social media.
Well, maybe... Well, maybe they don't. I don't know.
Maybe they secretly looked us up and like, oh, dang, no way. I don't want them.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
He just kissed his hairy fingers.
Well, I could have just peed with those fingers, right? Too. It's just, but
yeah.
Oh well, look at the poor Scottish flag. It's just beaten
It's seen
up.
better days.
Yeah, it has. He looks awfully comfortable though.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, you just sleep where you could, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's so quiet. He's such a shit disturber.
Oh, he's such a tool. He's like a fucking 6-year-old.
Right?
Oh my God.
But not just once, right? Not just once.
Yeah. It was funny the first time. I gotta do it again.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Enough you say. Yes, enough I say.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Gee. Well, I don't know what Angus is talking about. The only battle he's really seen is between clans as well,
Well, I don't know. We don't know what they've done.
Yeah. Well, right? I would assume because they follow Dougal, right?
Well, we don't know what Dougal's done either.
But it mentions in the book that Dougal was never in war.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. As many times as I read the books, I don't remember that.
And even Jamie mentioned it when he was arguing with Dougal. You haven't seen war.
Oh, okay.
Put the blade down. You'll ram everything up everybody's arse.
He's like, you know, it's so funny because you've got Angus and he goes from like hilarity to psycho in 0.3 seconds. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Just, oh my gosh. He's so excitable. Volatile.
Yeah.
Oh. It's so, and it's not, it's like some sort of personality disorder he's got.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. And like is that Angus's, is that Stephen's real hair, I wonder?
That's his real hair, yeah.
I was just going to say, because it flows like naturally in the wind.
Yep. Yep. No, that was his real hair, his real teeth.
What teeth? The lack of real teeth.
Yep, the lack of real teeth. Yeah. Yeah, he just he inhibits his parts. He's a very good actor.
So is this the only season that Sam grew his hair out for the show?
First and second, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they had to, because the dye was just killing his scalp.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, to maintain that kind of coloring constantly, like he was having to get his hair dyed like every couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, of course.
And at the roots and
well, women know that pain, but I think it's different maybe. I don't know. But
and he's so fair too, right?
Yeah.
He's blonde naturally.
Yes.
So he's so fair, and yeah, I imagine it would just be, it'd be hellish. Like he was lucky enough that his beard and mustache have red.
Yes.
Right? Like so that was okay. But
and I get it, for the amount of time they spend more time off the set than they do on the set. So I get it. But I like that they let his hair grow for that.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it much more believable.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, wigs are just fine.
Yeah,
do the wigs, because I mean, over comfort. Like I think back and I just wish I would have let my hair go gray naturally as it was going gray instead of fighting it, because oh my gosh, I just keep on thinking of how many chemicals I put on my scalp for years and years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
Just why?
I like that. Give or take 125 years.
Right.
Well, this is Dougal. Like Dougal wants to be front and center, right?
And that I love this. Like this is just such a great scene. They're all like, what's he doing? Let's go watch.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's so proudly on that horse. And,
well, because he's going to have two audiences, right? Yeah. He's got his own men, watching him. And look at this. Yeah. Oh, I am God.
Such a proud display.
Right?
Then the horse is like, no, you can't do that anymore.
Riding a white horse as well.
Yeah. Yeah. How gallant he is. He's like, okay, this is getting a little murky in here.
Now
crazy son of a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
They're looking at him. Oh, goody. We get to, and some of these uniforms, I love it, how big they are on the guys and stuff like that, right?
Well, it shows you that even they were so young on both sides, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Target practice, fellas.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I love Angus here.
That's my war chief.
Yeah.
He's my friend. I like him. He's my friend.
I just talked to a prince.
There's his bow.
Yeah. Just like his cross, right? And then shoo it away.
Yeah, exactly. And Rupert's looking at him like, "Oh, you ding dong, you're so embarrassing."
Yep. Yeah, I think it's a little muddy.
Yeah, I think that's good now.
Yeah, it's a little wet.
It's good. Oh, look how close to the horse they're getting.
Get away. I don't want that horse shot.
Okay, back up, Dougal. There we go. Okay, now, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get out and lead the horse out.
Uh-huh. Yep. They're like, come on, we can get him. Well, they're pretty damn close to shooting him in the ass.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And that's how far we can go.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Now.
Shot his bonnet right off. There's a hole in my bonnet, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bonnet, dear Liza, a hole. See,
that's too
you're
funny.
really not very good at, what is it, duetting?
I joined in.
Yeah, like too late.
I was the one that sounded good. No, I was, listen, no, I jumped in when it was needed. You don't need it during the whole thing. It's just during those key moments.
Cheers. Wee-hoo. Wee-hoo.
Yeah. Well, that was at least a little bit of entertainment for everyone. Right. You know, it was something.
Yeah.
And of course, now here's Dougal.
Yeah,
feels mighty proud of. Yeah.
There you go. You have your man.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Now you're going to get your, oh my God, he gets a hug. Oh,
right?
What?
And he's like weird. Rubbing his back a little bit. So stop that.
Oh.
He's like, I don't understand who he
got the hand on the cheek this time instead of Jamie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Joyless news. Yeah. It's too muddy.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have to find a new way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably the great thing. Just sit there and wait for the British to leave.
Right. Well, and now the British know that they can't come in either. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at his dome. His pretty nicked dome.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Now it's on the look at him just giggling and walking away.
Mm-hmm. You think?
It's just a scratch. It's a scratch.
Little teeny scratch.
I like how he says he's gonna go and shut his pants. He has to go change his boots.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Because those bullets were a little bit too close to the horse.
The horse.
Yeah.
Now I like this too.
Yeah. And I love how Fergus is just kind of hanging around. Like, I don't know if he was told to stay with Claire or what.
Yes,
but
I think so.
He's always her protector, right? First he's like laying down on the ground and getting comfortable, and then he's
bored stupid. Like, he's like, I want to be with the guys. I don't want to hang around with the girls. Like,
exactly.
Like, I'm supposed to be here because she's like my mom.
Yeah.
But it's like, ugh.
Damn. Typical teenage boy, though, right?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I got to be with my mom. Like, can't I be outside playing games?
Or shooting people, using swords.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a man now. She's like, I know this shit.
Yeah.
Just listen to me. And of course, they're getting all this, well, I thought this was what you did for Burns, or I thought this was what you did for. And she's like, mm-mm.
Yeah. Woman's work. I love that. I love her face. What did you say?
Mm-hmm. Look, you little prick.
Yeah.
Listen
exactly.
to me.
That's too funny.
Yeah. Oh, and see, I love this too, that, it was, Fergus who was out, probably doing things that he wasn't supposed to be doing, that he found this guy sneaking around the camp, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because he just walked into camp.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure
Fergus was where he shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
He just omitted that part.
Yep. So I love this, that,
another Scottish trying to help the Scottish, you know what I mean? That was awesome.
Yeah.
Go get your master.
Now, see? She's like, it's like, where do you think I've been? Like, I've been not being careful.
Yeah. Well, you got to tell him to be careful with everything, because he's just a teenage boy being nasty.
Yep.
Where's the king? Is he sleeping and they don't want to wake him? Oh, no, there he is.
There he is. He's right
and he's
there.
not even a king. He's a prince. So
right.
That was just a teaser, a test to see if anybody was actually listening. Hello. I was just checking. You guys awake?
Nope.
Well, wake up or else I'm going to start singing.
Don't do that again. This was a really great plan. I really liked it. I really, 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 really liked it. These curls on their... wish everybody would take off their wigs.
Sausages.
Cannolis.
I'm happy that at least, they get this win anyway before the bad stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of.
Make a decision, Your Royal Highness.
Your Royal Arseness.
Yeah. Make a decision. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Good job, buddy. The first decision yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think it was because, Jamie was looking at him like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, you little turd.
We can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel so bad for this guy. You sure? And 6 barons? So I'll make that deal all day long.
Right.
Yeah. And then, poor guy.
Jeez.
Lord. Well, at least he told him where any hidden money was.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, spitting on it. Blech.
Right?
Yeah. What if one had a chest infection or something?
Mm-hmm. Dead.
Slimy. And look at Angus trying to get all sentimental.
Yeah. And Rupert's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Are you sick? Like, what the hell, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ever and about.
Because we're besties. This is what besties do. He's like, funny. I don't want to talk about dying. Like, this is a bad luck, man.
And they're all about superstition back then.
Yeah.
Superstition was huge. You talked about evil. Evil was going to happen.
Yeah.
Scarlet the whore. Part-time only. Oh, that's too funny.
These two are just
Lenny and Squiggy. They're my favorite nicknames for them.
Oh, the gob is just dripping off his hand. It's so gnarly. He's like,
don't
I
make
am
me
not
gag.
doing that.
And then he licks it back.
Jesus.
You know, in this moment, I feel so bad for Murtaugh. He doesn't have a family. You know, who's going to remember him when he's gone? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and he always put Jamie first, you know, growing up and protecting him. And he never settled down. He always put Jamie first. Mm-hmm. And I feel so bad for him that he never, you know, never had children or a wife. Well, we don't know that he had children, but no wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Not everybody needs that. Not everybody wants it.
But I think it's something he wanted, you know, after, you know, what happened in, you know, in Paris. And I just thought for sure he would, you know, want to have a family.
Well, we all make our own families, right? And Jamie was his family.
Yeah. Well, Jamie was his family, but to have a wife and barons of your own.
Yeah. I think a lot of people I think some people are better without them.
There are some people out there that shouldn't have children, but I'm not going to go there.
But see, that's what I mean. Some people are better people without them. And some people are, you know, make their own families.
Yeah.
Right?
Family. There's no real definition. There's no visual of what a family should look like. I think family is more of a feeling for sure. You get to choose your family.
Absolutely.
A bloodline doesn't make a family.
No, it doesn't. And it should never. You know, like there's, you know, you're my sister. I love you.
Sorry, you're too late in the game to have a choice at this point.
And at the same time, I know that there's a different relationship there, right? But I know people that have sisters that their sisters are so toxic and, you know, that they can't have a relationship with them, and they shouldn't be expected to have a relationship with them just because they're related.
No.
And, you know, and that's the truth. You know, if somebody is toxic, then it's like accepting poison from somebody every single day. And, you know, you shouldn't be expected to do that.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
They, you know, have the same blood as you. That's not a good enough reason to allow somebody to hurt you.
General can't fight.
And it's just like with Fergus here, you know, like they don't share blood. They love that child. And, you know, they'll do anything for that child.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So it's regardless of not sharing his blood. That's, you know, it has nothing to do with the love that they have for him.
No.
Exactly the same with Murtaugh.
Yeah.
Murtaugh might as well be Jamie's father.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what a little perv.
Yeah. None that will have him.
And they're just the best of buddies, those two.
Yeah, exactly. He's such a little shit.
Right?
Yeah. But the look on his face after, I just think is amazing. Right?
Yeah.
Because he is cherishing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shh. Stop talking about it, Angus.
Yeah. Rupert's just, you know, he can
look
be
at his
gentleman.
Face. Aw. And of course, Murtaugh's number one job.
Yep.
Take care of Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got to get shot because of it, just make sure he comes home.
Right.
Jeez.
Always take care of Jamie.
Yes.
But
yes,
she's also Yeah. But she also knows that, that's also, take care of yourself too.
Well, because she doesn't know if he lives through this day. All she knows in history is that they win. She doesn't even know that Jamie makes it through.
Exactly.
All she knows is that they win. So that's why this is intense for them, because they just don't know. Oh, look at the tongue. Did you see his tongue poke out? That was a sensual kiss right there. Now you see kind of a little bit of fear in his eyes, right?
This is what we call eye sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks a little worried, He doesn't know that he comes back. All he knows is that they win. This could be the last time that he sees her. That's why he's
that bow.
I know. Me too.
Yeah, they're
okay, Claire, just get to work because you're driving me crazy.
She was there for 3 seconds. Just
I
give
know.
the girl a minute.
I know.
Good grief. Now here he is leading them through the woods, and they're all draped in their plaid.
Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest.
And then something.
Scooping up the field mice and bop them on the head. But that's just, they have a new one now. I was watching it with Hudson, my grandson, a few weeks ago, and they've changed the words to it because that's just violent.
Well, it's true. It is.
Yeah. So they changed the words to
on
it.
The head.
Yeah. No, it's something else now. And I can't remember what it was. Even though I sang it like a gazillion times with him. There's Fergus. And what? None of the men had anything to say about it. Nobody said, hey, you should be back there.
Well, they probably didn't notice him climbing into the, getting involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, all of Scotland is in his debt. And he did his part.
Yep, absolutely. And take this little prick and send him back because he's going to be nothing but a distraction in his little red coat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not your destiny. You just go and sit down, little flute pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You're wearing a red jacket.
Yeah.
Like, could you be any more conspicuous?
Yeah, no. Listen, you wee smout. Go sit down. But it's true. If he dies, that's it.
Yeah.
They're done. And, there'll be no Catholic king on the throne.
Yeah. And what was the point of it all?
Yeah, exactly. If you're dead, then we're done.
Yeah.
Everybody seems so nervous.
Yeah. Well, and most of the time, the women wouldn't be doing this. They would be, just sitting and waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of the time, they wouldn't even be there with their husbands. They would just be at home.
Yeah.
But because Claire is Claire, she's got them working triage. She's got them, So this is something, is such a big deal because she's changing history just by having a triage unit, everybody prepared and ready to roll.
And whoever may not have survived had she not been there, so I'm sure she's affecting history a wee bit,
Oh, every single day.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting to me when they have, these shows where, people go back in history and they're afraid of changing the future. So they try not to do anything that's going to change the future. Right.
Yeah.
But people that are living today think that they can't do anything to impact the future by doing small things.
Right. Yeah, of course not. Just do nothing and everything will work out how it should.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just
not happening.
This is pretty cool. I kind of love this.
And of course, the generals and all of them, they don't participate, right?
No.
They're just standing by.
Yeah, just like now, you've got
just like whoever pushes the button, they're behind the button. That's it, and leave it to every other person to go out and fight that war. It's not saying that people aren't passionate about what they do, and that wasn't my meaning. It's just some of them are not necessary. Absolutely.
Yeah. There we go.
And they should have done it quietly instead of yelling.
No, they would have. But that's a part of the adrenaline, and that's a part of the,
Yeah.
And that's something else that Sam and Graham talk about in Clanlands is the noises that they make when they fight and stuff like that. Sam gets a lot of grief for his fight noises because they kind of come automatically to him.
Yes. He's just leading character. That's all.
Yeah. Wow. But these fight scenes are really, really awesome. And
they're very physical for the actor as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know what? A lot of people think they're so violent and bloody and gory, and they sure are. And I'm pretty sure they were back then too. So,
you know what? You're still not a part of it. They are, people experienced it. So
yeah.
Ross and Kincaid.
Yep. No, Kincaid is pretty dead.
Oh, look at him. Look at his face. Great. Yeah. Now I've got 6 more kids to add to my collection.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You carried a dead man.
Yeah. At least he carried the dead man,
Yeah. Dude. He's dead.
I'm sad. They must have been the first in the lines that approached, right? For them to be one of the first ones back.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm not sure that he wasn't dead for.
Yeah. Oh, yes,
I'm sure. The whole time that he was carrying him back.
Exactly. Oh, Fergus, get out of there.
Oh, goodness.
It's getting splattered.
Right.
And this guy's probably the same age as Fergus. Right, he was probably the one in the uniform that was 4 times too big for him.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm missing my arm.
Where'd it go?
I can't feel my fingers.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He was probably sitting there in shock.
Where's number 6? Oh no, I'll never be able to count to 10 again.
No.
Oh, and this one. There.
Oh. Lord love a duck.
I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, if they kill Rupert, I'm going to be so pissed.
Right? Yeah, same. I'm like, no, he can't die.
And then they went and pulled that other thing on us, and I was so upset.
Yeah. I know.
So not cool. And it really bothered me how the prince was like, oh, you got to treat these British soldiers better than our own kind of thing.
They get treated first. God.
Yeah. It's like not freaking likely, dude.
Well, and I was surprised when he even said that. You know what? They don't get treated first. Like who's fighting? Oh, look at that.
That's
meaty. Like a big ham.
Yikes.
I would love to be able to sew that thing up.
Oh, come on. Yeah, got hit with a blast.
Yeah.
He sure did. Oh, gosh.
God, they did such a good job with makeup in this.
Oh, it was so...
But I love how they keep going back. They show, and the reason why. Ooh, look, do you see that? It looks like gelatin almost, the skin.
Well, it was probably some kind of gelatin.
Oh, I'm sure. And then he's
here
looking
he comes. Boom.
And he was just too weak to move at that point, right? His reflexes weren't very fast.
Yeah. It's like, got you, bro. Got
your back.
And then
the
world goes to hell. Ugh. Cannon fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then down he goes. Right?
Yeah. Oh, just reverberated through his body.
I know. But yet up he went. Went over. You know, picked him up, picked Rupert up, and away they went. Right?
Yeah.
He's.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, please.
He's like, oh, damn it.
It's not his head.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
No. And it's only season 2. I thought that these guys would carry on further. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because there's, I don't know, they're just a strong part of it, right? But I get, the story starts taking different directions, right? But couldn't they just keeping them alive and,
Yeah. His voice was so deep.
And yummy. The day is ours, Sassenach.
And then we've got all these guys in here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, but you know what? You're alive, and I'm sure that's all that matters to her.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, would be pretty cool to put an end to that rebellion, but she's like checking to make sure that he's whole and he doesn't have any extra holes.
Yeah.
Fergus. Where is the little poops?
Go grab him by the hair.
All right.
And you can tell how much she loves him, right?
Yeah.
Because
oh my goodness. Now she's going to look at his face.
Yeah.
Aw, the poor sweet. Oh, see and look at her.
Look at her face, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Aww. And he needs a nap.
Yeah.
Baby needs a nap. But look at his eyes. He has amazing eyes, don't you think?
Eyelashes and
look
at her. Look.
How many times was he hugged during his time on Outlander, I wonder? And you know what? Always in the bosom of a woman.
Yeah, hard job that poor kid had.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, such a great actor.
Yeah.
He was.
Perfect role for a Frenchman. Come, I'll put you in my bosom many, many times.
Yep. And you know what? Caesar Dunboy, who plays older Fergus.
Yeah.
He does. They look quite similar. They really do. And he studied young Fergus, his mannerisms, and I think he picked him up very well. And here we're going to see, Jeremy Foster again, Lieutenant. Yeah. There he is. Oh, Tom Brittany.
It makes me so sad that he did this, you know?
Me too.
Because he was really the only one that, they liked,
Yeah. Well, and he was a good guy.
He was.
He was a good guy.
Yeah. And just because he was trying to be honest, yes, you did win the day.
Yeah.
You can't win the war.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course it's Dougal, right?
Yeah.
I think had he said that to Jamie, it would have been different, right? Jamie would have helped him back. You know what? I get, you need to believe what you believe. And but because it's Dougal, it's like, damn it, Dougal. Yeah. Took down one of the good ones.
And not only that, but the guy's sitting there, he's got a wound to his leg. Yeah. And he's not intimidated. He's just like, this is the way it is. And what Dougal did right now was cowardly. It was.
I agree too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was cowardly, and it was just, I think it was disgusting.
I agree.
It was one of the more despicable things that Dougal has ever done. Because he should have brought him back to be treated, Yeah. But no, he was just like, what a pig. Like, that was just one of the grosser things about Dougal was in that moment.
And for me, it makes sense that Dougal stayed behind to make sure all the redcoats were dead, because it just was him, you know. It wasn't Jamie to go and kill these men, but it's Dougal through and through, right?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that you have to have respect, right? They fought on the same army.
Yep. Oh boy,
the blubber. But it was pretty cool watching the blubber getting sewn up.
You're weird.
No, I would just like the opportunity to sew somebody up.
Oh boy.
See, now it's starting to affect him.
Yeah. Well, most people would have been like, and see, because he's drinking and stuff like that too. That's not going to help, because, the booze will start thinning his blood a little bit more. And,
exactly.
So,
Jeez.
Jeez.
Looks like you were stepped on by a horse. Well, I was. Like, no big deal, right?
Yeah. Not like they weigh, 1,000 pounds.
I love the jar that she gives him. Pee in this. You know what? How big the ones are now that we get, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're so wee compared to that.
Yeah, well, easier for a guy to piss in regardless.
Yeah. Okay, so in all truth and honesty, ladies, how many times have you had to take a urine test and peed all over your hand in the process? Grab the piece of toilet paper and wipe down the bottle just so you don't have to go out of the bathroom with wet fingers.
Right. Well, you usually wash your hands first before you leave.
No,
sister.
I mean, like, if you're in not just a single bathroom, if there's toilets beside you, I'm wiping that sucker off before I go wash my hands.
Yes. And I love how you say toilet. Toilet.
Toilet.
You said toilet.
I think you heard me say toilet.
When you talk really fast, say toilet.
Oh, did I? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Toilet.
Just like our sister does too.
Toilet.
Mm. Oh, yeah. Let's all curtsy to the fucker. Mm.
Yeah. Please be careful of the blood.
Yeah. But see, the whole idea of him giving these English people so much.
Don't touch taking them to war.
Like, he's taking them to war, and he's like, just, it's. Okay, yeah, if you win, they're gonna be your subjects, but right now they're not. You're fighting against them. So
one day we'll be friends.
Yeah. But you're not yet.
In truth, but one country. I wonder what
Here he comes.
Here we go.
Well, maybe you want to stop pumping the ladies there.
And I wish Jamie would have just told him,
the
prince, instead of just letting him hang himself.
Yeah.
See, Jamie should have told them the prince was there.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if he would have heard him.
At least he could have. Yeah.
My brother. But see, but that's the thing. I mean, I think this whole mindset is counterintuitive.
And I'm really curious, this happened way back when.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, do Scottish people want to separate from the UK? Like I haven't done enough research on that. It's my understanding that most do.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if all do. You know what I mean?
Well, they've had referendums. They've had votes. This has been going on for a very long time. They had one right before
still
Brexit.
Doesn't. Right.
Right. So it's yeah. Yeah, and the thing is that a lot of them didn't understand. I think what a lot of them were saying beforehand is they didn't understand what the repercussions would have been, and wanted to revote, but that didn't happen.
Power to the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but a great amount do want to separate from the UK.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And still, like, that's something that I was taught or somebody learned me that people don't like when including Scotland as the UK. Like when you're speaking of the UK, they like for you to say Scotland.
Yeah. And for me, I do though. For me, I never refer as Scotland as the UK. Mm-hmm. And I don't, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, I see Scotland independently and being controlled by the UK. That's, I guess, how I see it. Mm-hmm. Coming from Canada, I know I have no opinion, but still, that's still my opinion.
Well, you're totally entitled to your opinion. It's not like technically, but it's, like Ireland is independent of the UK now. Scotland would be a part of the UK. However, when like Scottish people, Scotland, the UK is the UK.
Yeah.
So England is England, Scotland is Scotland, Ireland is Ireland. I'm just calling countries by their countries.
Yeah. I love this. Yeah, that's right. Now go be in charge of your dragoons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I think, I would think that would be confusing to the people that were in that room at that time, the Scottish people and the English people, because,
I don't know.
Here we go.
This is the saddest part,
it hurts.
This is the saddest part of this whole episode for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he wants her to help him. Look at the desperation in his eyes, and
I think that's what he like.
And he knows now,
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's heartbreaking.
And he's just but she's holding him.
Of them, like, save me.
Yeah. But he sees it in her face. Right?
Yeah.
Mistress was his last word.
Uh-huh.
Aww.
It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah. This makes me sad. I wish they wouldn't have killed him off.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go live with his part-time here. Mm-hmm. But, no, that's sad.
The man knows how to die.
Yeah, he does.
Jeez.
Great actor.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been sad, they're at closer to the end of season 2 and they've all developed friendships, and to know that one of your fellow castmates is leaving.
Yeah.
Must have been hard. And here everybody thought it was going to be him, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
It ended up being Angus instead.
And he saved Rupert from the battlefield. He's
exactly.
I remember when he told him that he could have a sword.
Yeah. And he was just brushing him off at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, his last wish. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they don't understand because they weren't there during the conversation, right?
Right. Oh.
And why did he take it out of the sleeve? He's going to need that. Otherwise, he's going to cut himself. That's sad.
Claire has his blood from him spitting it all over her.
Yeah. But the fact that his last words were mistress, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That gives me goosebumps.
It's heartbreaking.
It's so sad. It's like a member of their family. Well, it isn't.
It is a member
of their family that has died.
Yeah.
You know?
The creepy uncle that everybody really did like.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Creepy or not, you still loved him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody else is celebrating.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is what happens too, though, right? You have life goes on, regardless of, you know. I remember that was one of the things that I absolutely hated about, you know, every time you have a death in the family, when you're feeling hurt and pain, and you look outside and people are still living and people are still loving their lives and people are still, you know, it's just like, hey, stop it.
The sun is still rising and it's still setting.
Yeah. You know? It's like, just, hey, doesn't everybody know life's supposed to stop right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And there's Rupert getting through the only way he knows how.
Yeah, exactly.
2 guys that just lost their best friends.
Yeah, exactly. So they're in the same position, you know.
Yep.
They looked down on each other before and not now, right?
Yeah. Well, you got to make do with what you got to make do with.
Yeah.
And so some booze.
Yeah.
You make friends with anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Down upon the dead men. Down, down, down. Down upon a dead man.
You know, and you look at them, like these costumes were just, look how filthy they are.
I know. Well, it's not like they washed them in a wash tub every night.
Nope, so. They sure as hell didn't.
No. Can you imagine what they smell like?
Gosh. No. Blech. I don't wanna.
SIssues and Tissues.
That's what sisters are for. Sharing those moments that just kind of catch you in the feel.
Yeah, you know, and unexpectedly as well. So this little ditty is from 4rank_Reynolds on BuzzFeed. So a favorite moment of mine is when my sister told me she was gay and I said, yeah, dude, I know. And we just kind of kept playing video games. I've never seen her smile so big and get so flustered at the same time.
Sisters just know sometimes, you know.
I think people know who you are if they truly love and care for you. And maybe just by saying it gives it a kind of reality. But for those people that really love, trust you the whole bit, they probably already know and they probably don't care.
Right.
It's in a good way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't make a difference in how they feel about you. You know, I mean, that's not, I mean, who you love doesn't matter to someone who loves you, right? It's just one of those things. And when you're sisters and when you're tight, you know, the secrets that you think you have from them probably really aren't secrets at all.
And someone who reacts any differently, it's not you, it's them.
Right.
And that's the truth. They have other agenda or other visions in their head that it really has nothing to do. It's just that now you give a reason to deflect. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. But I really love the aspect of I know. And like I said, we might think we have, you know, secrets from, especially like I said, when you're really close and tight with your sister. You might think you have a secret from them.
Yeah, no.
You probably really don't have a secret from them. They probably know, but because they love you and you're their sister, they're keeping that secret with you.
Yeah. Exactly. So you know what? We want to know about any maybe secrets that you've shared, and whether it's been a good reception, bad reception, like just share what the reactions were. So you can reach out to us on social media. You can look us up on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or you can even go to our website, SIssues.ca, and there's an option there to share your stories with us. So you can share your Sissues and Tissues with us.
And if you want us to keep you anonymous, we will keep you anonymous. We'll give you like a fake name, Mr. Jigglypuffs or Mrs. Wiggly Wanker or something fancy.
Yes. But at the same time, too, we'll also let you know what episode we're going to feature your story on.
Right. We'll do that. Yeah.